Hi, welcome to Rotten Rebel. I'm here with the one and only Sandra Solomon Fragrance.
Hi everyone.
And welcome back to yet another comparison. And this is going to be a lot of fun, super interesting because we have two fantastic scents. We are going to compare the original Most Wanted from Azzaro. This used to be one of my absolute favorite dating fragrances. It's a crazy compliment getter against the brand new Azzaro Most Wanted Parfum. Are you ready?
I am ready.
So like always, we have the dry downs on these strips, but this time around we also have the dry downs on the back of our hands. So let's start with the opening, and the opening of the original, and the notes are cardamom, toffee and amberwood.
So one thing that I do love with this one is the opening, because it smells amazing straight away.
Yeah.
And this is a sparkling, almost sweet and spicy opening.
Yeah, definitely. To me, there's this sort of a bright and spicy opening, and I get what you're saying with something sort of a sparkling. According to the notes, there's only supposed to be cardamom at the top, but it feels like there's something else to it.
Yes.
It's like a bright, not fresh, but sort of a bright, spicy, fizzy almost.
Yes, and yeah, you can definitely pick out the cardamom, but there is something more to this spicy blend.
Yeah, the opening, oh my god, the opening to me, even though it's simple, it's beautifully so. It's spicy, bright, and it just smells so good. So let's move to the dry down. How do you feel about that?
And the dry down, oh, is even better. Now you get the toffee and you get something kind of sweet, creamy about it. It's really lovely.
Yeah, and like always, if you have the chance, please do make sure you try any fragrance on your skin as well, because the difference is that on skin it's much warmer and actually fuller and sweeter.
Yes.
But to me, the dry down is really focused on that toffee together with something that just adds another nuance to its sweetness and something sort of a woody. So here are my thoughts on the dry down of the Most Wanted. To me, the original has always been a blend that's quite perfectly balanced. Yes, it has toffee in it, but it's not overly sweet. Yes, it has a woody side, but at least to my nose, it's not overly woody.
No.
So it's like spicy, sweet, a bit woody, and it has a bit of warmth, but it's not overly warm. And that to me makes it perfect for pretty much any season, any occasion. Definitely put this one on when you are going on a date, because it's such an attractive and sexy and seductive kind of scent, masculine. You will definitely stand out from a crowd with this one on. Definitely a date night scent. So that's sort of my take on the scent, the vibe I'm getting from it, and sort of a usage. How do you feel about that?
I think this is an amazing scent. I definitely agree on have this on when you are going to date. What I do like about the dry down, and especially you can really pick it up when you have it on your skin, is that the spiciness that you had initially is much more toned down and almost becomes this aromatic and warm blend instead of something just spicy.
And for occasions other than a date night, how do you feel about it?
I think it's very versatile. I mean, not everyone enjoys sweet fragrances, but this is not that sweet that it's in anyone's face. I mean, you don't have to overspray it going to work, but you could definitely wear it also for work or just casual occasions.
So I'm going to link to my review of Azzaro, the Most Wanted, above, so please do make sure to check that one out. But all in all, I think it's a fantastic scent. I absolutely love it. It's a very attractive scent, and that's the reason why it used to be one of my absolute favorite date night fragrances. So let's move on to the new parfum.
Yes.
Please do spray it on.
I would love to.
So the notes are ginger, woodsy notes, and vanilla.
Definitely a different opening, and it smells fabulous. This is sweet, and I almost pick up something boozy in the opening.
Oof, yeah, this is another gorgeous opening. You can really pick out the ginger, but I feel it. There's gotta be something else to it. It's not just ginger behind that gorgeous opening.
No,
there's something like bright, almost a bit sweet to it.
Almost fruity. But I really can't say what kind of fruitiness, but there is something, if they said like It's grapefruit in the opening. A small hint of grapefruit together with the ginger, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I really enjoy the opening. What about you?
Yes, I think it's fabulous. I am having a really hard time deciding which opening I actually like the most.
So let's move to the dry down of
Yes.
Parfum.
Okay, so first on the test strip. Definitely toned down from the opening, and on skin, not as sweet as the original, more woody. Definitely a different kind of sweetness, not that toffee, caramellish sweetness that you have in the original. A different kind of sweetness, more woody. The ginger is really pushing the background now. And this is still smelling amazing, but this is now more anonymous than it was in the opening.
Yeah, so the dry down to me is pretty much woody with a pretty big dose of sweetness, but the sweetness is not overly sweet in any way. And at least according to the notes, it's not supposed to have toffee in it. I can still pick up a bit of that together with a prominent dose of vanilla. So the dry down to me is like woody with a dose of sweetness, and that dose of sweetness is like 60-70% vanilla, with the rest being a bit of sort of a smooth, soft toffee.
Yeah. And that smoothness is almost, to my nose, like something a bit balsamic.
So when it comes to the vibe and occasions, I feel that the new Parfum is still very much sexy, but I'm gonna say it's a bit less sexy actually than, or a bit less sexy / edgy than the original Most Wanted. And it sort of balances between something sexy and something elegant.
Yes, I was just about to say that both are extremely good, but this is more elegant. You can still use them for any occasion, but this to me is more dressed up, and this to me is more like sexy seductive.
And I'm gonna say that when it comes to occasions for the new Parfum, I still feel that it's quite versatile. I mean, it's not super warm, it's not super deep or super heavy, so it's fairly versatile for being this kind of scent. It definitely wear it to date night, wear it when you are going out with your friends, or even to work, and most people will most definitely think you smell amazing.
Yes, and I mean, they are sweet, they are spicy, slightly aromatic, so they definitely work in colder weather, but I think that these also work for like summer evenings.
Yes, definitely. I use the original quite a bit during sort of summer nights, and I will definitely use the new Parfum the same as well. So comparing these two, I'm gonna say that, at least according to me, I feel that both are spicy, both are woody and sweet, but the spiciness of these two is a bit different. The original is very much focused on cardamom with something else to it. So it's like spicy bright. Now the ginger in this one, together with something else that's not listed in the notes, give a different wearing experience, but they are both sort of a spicy / bright in the opening. Now the dry downs of each are sort of focused on sweetness with woodiness. The woodiness in these is slightly different, and it's sort of a soft woody, at least according to me.
Yeah.
Now the biggest difference really is in the sweetness. The original has that prominent dose of toffee-like sweetness. The new Parfum has a more sort of a vanillic-centric kind of sweetness with a bit of toffee to it. So that's sort of the biggest differences between the two. The original to me feels like it's popping a bit more, whereas the new Parfum has a filter to it, is a bit muted. Both are quite versatile for being this kind of scent.
Yeah.
Both, at least according to me, are quite well balanced. Use them to pretty much any occasion and you will smell fantastic. How do you feel about the sort of differences between the two?
Yeah, I really agree on your description of the differences. The difference is in the sweetness, but what both of these have is sex appeal and loads of it. The Parfum is slightly more elegant, but both are extremely sexy and seductive. I think they are great fragrances, and I think you should have at least one of them in your collection.
I'm gonna link to my review of the new Parfum above, so please do make sure to check it out. So it's time. This is a tough one. If you could only choose one, which of these would you choose and why?
I would actually go with the original because I really do like that caramel toffee sweetness. It's quite unique. You don't find that kind of sweetness in that many fragrances, and done in a way that's mass appealing, versatile, and not too much, but still really heavy on that toffee.
Okay, so this is super hard because, and you saw me just now how I was like, okay. And
he doesn't have to go to the gym like ever because
I did this a
you're
ton
like
of times.
working out.
And I did so because both of them have different sort of, even though they share some similarities, they are different, and the differences are beautiful in their own unique ways.
Yeah.
But here's how I think about it. There's something in the Parfum that's intoxicating in the dry down that I can't get enough of. But the way the original pops, that's slightly more edgy and slightly, at least according to me, sexy sort of a vibe and attitude of it is what makes me choose it. But both are fantastic. I'm so happy to have both in my collection. I will definitely continue using the original because I absolutely love it. I truly enjoy the new Parfum as well, and I will use both. So I would love to know how you feel about these two. If you could only pick one of them, which one would it be and why? Put it in the comments. Please do drop a like on this video.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you head on over to Sandra Solomon Fragrance's channel. I'm going to link to her channel in the description below. Sub to her, sub to me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.